Well, welcome into our exclusive one-on-one presented by Bob's Discount Furniture. Excited to welcome in Eagles defensive tackle Malik Jackson. Malik, thanks for joining me, man.
Thank you for having me.
All right, well, let's talk through the defensive line play. The first question I want to ask you is just this. I love talking with players and coaches about parts of playing specific positions that might seem important to you guys that maybe fans and media are not talking about enough. Is there one part of playing defensive line that you feel is more important than people make it seem?
One part that's more important.
Yeah.
I think people. Yeah, I guess I want to say pass rush because to get to the pass, you have to play the run. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like the run has to be equally as important. So I don't know. I think, but it's hard to say because pass rushers get paid the big dollars. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to say that. I say getting hands up. I think getting hands up is just as important to everything. So bat those balls down. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah, so just kind of taking away passing lanes.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, watching you for the last few years and watching you, even going back to Tennessee, I feel like that's something that you do a lot of, whether you're lined up outside or inside throughout the course of your career. When did you kind of learn to kind of pick that part of your game up?
Well, it really just being good coaching, having good coaching, especially when I got to Denver with the coach Bill Kolar, he really emphasized getting hands up. And so that year when he was there with me, it really just got me better with that. And I tried to take that with me the rest of my career.
I feel like you're one of those guys that does a lot of the dirty work inside. And going back, even to, like I said, I've been watching you since you were, making plays in the SEC with Tennessee. You come up into Denver, you go to Jacksonville, now here in Philadelphia. You do a lot of that dirty. What are some of those things that you feel, again, kind of go unseen along the defensive line?
I think it's the double teams. People don't really see the double teams going on. I think really setting edges. You got these really big athletic guards coming at you. So being able to just stop their momentum and set an edge and, not make it have to bounce out to the end and just cutting everything sharp. I think those are two things that, are really important.
And one thing, I feel like with you, when you came out in, 2012, it wasn't really talked about this, but, if a guy with your skill set come into the league this year, people would be talking about, oh, this is a positionless player along the defensive line. He could play D-tackle, he could play defensive end. When you fully made that change to D-tackle, what were some of the things that you kind of had to learn quickly and make that adjustment to playing more inside?
I changed to 3-tech when I left Southern Cal to go to Tennessee. And the biggest thing was just everything happens a lot faster. The steps are shorter, the engagement's faster. It's right now. The quarterback's right there. Instead of, being at end, he's further. You have to take more steps to engage. So I think just everything happening now and being in the phone, pretty much fighting in the phone booth was the biggest change for me.
When did you know growing up that you were going to be a defensive lineman? When did you start playing football, and when did you first make that adjustment to the D-line?
I always knew I was going to the NFL. You couldn't tell me anything different. But in high school, I was a defensive end, and then I got to college at Southern Cal, and then I think I played a little bit of end there. And then when I got to Tennessee, I played 3-tech. So, yeah.
When did you start playing football originally?
I started when I was 8, the youngest you could. Yeah, I was young out there doing my thing. My dad was my coach, so you know how that goes.
Nice. Yeah.
So it was fun times though, man. I sit at home and I think back a lot of those days. Just definitely those young years molded me. It was nice. Those are nice.
Hey, what did you play? When did your dad put you in at first?
He was a linebacker, and so me and my brother were middle linebackers, the 40 below brothers. That's what he called us.
When did you make the move to D-line then?
We waited to move to D-line going to high school. We were going to high school, and our high school had some pretty good linebackers, so they moved us to defensive ends, and that's when it started.
Did you play other sports growing up?
In high school, I ran track to get faster for football.
Okay.
I saw the importance of just turning the edge and, being a leaner guy. I really want to emphasize the speed. So, that really helped me.
What events did you run, and what were you weighing these days when you were running track?
Shoot, I was. My reference of weight is so off. You know what I'm saying? So like, I would say I think I was about like 120, 40, something like that. Yeah, I was small, smaller.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, I ran the 200. I ran the 100 once. Oh no, I ran a 400 relay once, and I was the anchor. Killed that.
Okay.
I ran the 100 a few times, but what I really did was the hurdles, 200 hurdles. So yeah.
I've heard a lot of coaches will talk about hurdles and just that they like guys that have that background because that's a tough event to go through. I mean, you're dealing with that. You're having to work at high speed and work the hurdles, and not to mention doing that when you're rocking 400-meter relay, 200-meter relay. Those are sustaining kind of events.
Yeah.
Is that kind of are there some takeaways that you take from your days running track and transitioning to playing full time along the defensive line?
Definitely, I think the hurdles, you can sit there and you have to, you're running, thinking, adjusting, trying to get everything set as you come up to that hurdle. So I think I think I can say a lot of things, now that you're asking me about it, I think a lot of things came from that, just being able just to think on the fly, adjust and be aware of your surroundings, but also understand yourself. So, yeah.
I like it. So then just transitioning real quickly to the NFL, who were some of the guys that took you under your wing or under their wing early on and kind of helped you get acclimated to the NFL?
When I got to Denver, it was Robert Ayers. He was because I came from Tennessee. So he
Another
really,
Tennessee guy, yeah, that's right.
So he really helped me. And a guy named Kevin Vickerson. Those two really, really just, attached to me. And then all you hear is about guys, when you come to NFLs, they're going to tell you the wrong thing. They're going to try to make you look bad so they can stay. And, that wasn't them at all. They really took me under their wing and really helped me and made it easy for me. So it was nice.
Was that something that you took with you, throughout the course of your career, and are other guys that you feel you've tried to reach out to, young guys that have come into the league?
Oh, definitely. I think, I look at myself as an older brother, kind of feel with these guys, just try to let them know what's going on, what to look for, when to relax or bump it up, but I also have some guys that didn't treat me so well, so I take a little bit of that with me too, we have to ask for jokes every day and, get snacks, and it's zero tolerance, so,
Sure.
It's a little bit of everything.
The last question for you is just playing on a defensive line like this one, where you guys got too deep across the board, and even guys that are on the practice squad that can play in the NFL and have proven that. How fun is that for you guys as a group? How fun is it to have that competition?
It's really fun. At first, when everybody's trying to vie for position, and coach, hasn't set the depth chart, it's a little nerve-wracking. But once everything gets set, and people kind of adjust to their, fill in their positions, I think, we understand the competition, and coach does a good job of giving everybody equal playing time to go out there and do your thing. So, I like to look at things as being like comfortably uncomfortable. Everybody's comfortably uncomfortable, and I think that's how it should be. So.
Well, Malik, for years and years, you've been one of my favorite players to watch on film, whether you've been here in Philly or elsewhere. Really appreciate you joining us here on our one-on-one interview presented by Bob's Discount Furniture.
Hey, thank you for your platform. I appreciate it.